The planet Viridian, a haven of lush forests, crystalline rivers, and skies that danced with emerald hues, was home to the peaceful Mirians. These serene beings, with their translucent skin and bioluminescent eyes, thrived in harmony with nature and one another. For centuries, they lived undisturbed, their society a testament to the beauty of coexistence. But peace is a fragile thing. From the darkness of the cosmos, the Drox arrived. Ruthless, merciless, and driven by an insatiable hunger for dominance, they descended upon Viridian like a plague. Their technology was far superior, their will unyielding. Cities were razed, forests burned, and the Mirians, despite their best efforts, were slaughtered or enslaved. Hope seemed lost. In a desperate bid for survival, the Mirians sent out a distress signal. It was an ancient code, one they had never thought to use. It traveled across galaxies, seeking anyone who could help. Little did they know, their plea would reach a group of unlikely saviors from a distant, war-torn planet known as Earth. In the dusty, arid landscape of the New World Southwest, the famous Cowboy unit, the Lone Stars, had made a name for themselves. Led by the brilliant and charismatic Lucas, Lucky McGraw, they were known for their sharp shooting, quick thinking, and unyielding sense of justice. Lucky, with his piercing blue eyes and an ever-present smirk, was a natural leader who had guided his gang through countless skirmishes and adventures. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the campfire crackled softly, a strange device sputtered to life. It was an alien artifact, a relic from a previous encounter the Lone Stars had with extraterrestrial beings. From it, a haunting, ethereal voice echoed through the night, pleading for help. Mirians, we need help. Viridian, destruction. Drox, save us. Lucky's brow furrowed as he listened, his mind racing. The gang gathered around, eyes wide with a mixture of fear and excitement. Despite the dangers, they knew what they had to do. The Lone Stars had always stood against tyranny, no matter where it came from. The gang wasted no time. With the help of an eccentric scientist friend, Dr. Thaddeus Grimshaw, they modified their horses and wagons for interstellar travel. The sight was both comical and awe-inspiring, mechanical steeds and covered wagons outfitted with advanced propulsion systems, ready to breach the final frontier. As they rocketed through space, the gang shared stories and laughed, their camaraderie a stark contrast to the grim mission ahead. Lucky, however, couldn't shake the feeling that they were riding into something far more perilous than they had ever faced. Upon arrival at Viridian, the gang was met with a world in ruins. The once vibrant planet now lay under a shroud of smoke and despair. The Mirians, weak and fearful, greeted them with a mixture of hope and skepticism. Could these humans truly save them? The Drox were quick to respond to the new threat. A scouting party attacked the Lone Stars camp, leading to a chaotic but thrilling battle. The Cowboys' unconventional tactics and sheer tenacity caught the Drox off guard. With lasso's six-shooter in hand, Lucky took down a Drox lieutenant, gaining crucial intelligence on their operations. The victory, though small, was significant. It inspired the Mirians to rise and fight alongside their new allies. They provided the gang with advanced weapons and knowledge of the land, forming an unlikely but formidable alliance. As the Lone Stars and the Mirians planned their counteroffensive, Lucky discovered an ancient Mirian prophecy. It spoke of outsiders who would come to save Viridian in its darkest hour, led by a man with eyes like the sky. The realization struck him, they were meant to be here. But not all was as it seemed. Dr. Grimshaw uncovered disturbing information about the Drox. They were not merely conquerors but refugees from a dying world. Desperation, not malice, drove them. This revelation complicated the mission, adding a layer of moral ambiguity to their cause. As they deliberated their next steps, the Mirians introduced them to the Whispering Caves, a sacred site said to hold the wisdom of their ancestors. The caves were a labyrinthine network of tunnels, illuminated by the soft glow of bioluminescent fungi. It was here that the Mirians' spiritual leaders, the seers, communed with the ancient spirits for guidance. Lucky, accompanied by the seer named Irindra, ventured deep into the caves. The air was thick with an eerie hum, and the walls seemed to pulse with a life of their own. Irindra explained that the spirits within the caves held the memories of all Mirians who had ever lived, a vast repository of their collective knowledge and experiences. As they reached the heart of the caves, Lucky felt a strange sensation, as if the spirits were trying to communicate with him directly. Irindra began a ritual chant, and the cave walls shimmered, revealing visions of the past, present, and possible futures. Lucky saw glimpses of the Drox's homeworld, a desolate place ravaged by environmental collapse. He saw the pain and desperation of the Drox people, forced to become conquerors in order to survive. The visions shifted to show the Mirians' struggle against the Drox, their bravery and resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Lucky saw himself and the Lone Stars, their journey to Viridian, and the pivotal role they would play in the coming conflict. But the final vision was the most haunting. It showed a future where the Drox, driven to the brink of extinction, unleashed a catastrophic weapon that would annihilate both their own people and the Mirians. The destruction was absolute, leaving Viridian a barren wasteland. Irindra's voice broke through the vision. The spirits have shown you what could be. But the future is not set in stone. You and your companions have the power to change it. Armed with this newfound understanding, Lucky and the Lone Stars devised a bold plan. They would infiltrate the Drox's main stronghold, not to destroy them, but to offer a truce. It was a risky gambit, but one that could prevent the devastating future they had seen. The Mirians provided them with advanced cloaking technology to bypass Drox defenses. The infiltration team consisted of Lucky, his trusted second-in-command Sarah, Scarlet, Hayes, and Irindra. They navigated through the Drox's heavily fortified base, evading patrols and security systems. As they reached the central command chamber, they were confronted by Kragmer, the imposing Drox leader. His eyes burned with a mix of fury and curiosity as he regarded the intruders. "What do you hope to achieve, human?" Kragmer's voice was a deep rumble. Lucky stepped forward, meeting Kragmer's gaze without flinching. "We've seen what will happen if this war continues. Total annihilation. For both our peoples. We're here to offer you a chance for peace." Kragmer's eyes narrowed. "And why should I trust you?" Irindra stepped forward, her voice calm and serene. "Because we have seen the truth. Your people are not our enemies. We share a common goal, survival. Let us find a way to coexist." Kragmer's expression softened slightly, the weight of his people's suffering evident in his eyes. "You speak of coexistence, but how? Our worlds are dying." Lucky took a deep breath. "The Mirians have technology that can rejuvenate ecosystems. They can help you find a new home, restore your world. In return, you must leave Viridian in peace." The room fell silent as Kragmer considered their proposal. The tension was palpable, every second stretching into an eternity. Finally, Kragmer spoke, his voice filled with a mixture of hope and resignation. "Very well. I will bring this offer to my people. But know this, if you betray us, there will be no mercy." As the Drox deliberated, the Lone Stars returned to the Mirian camp, where preparations were underway for a possible truce celebration. However, not everyone was pleased with the prospect of peace. Among the Mirians, a faction led by a warrior named Firon viewed the truce as a betrayal of their fallen comrades. Firon, consumed by grief and rage, plotted to sabotage the peace talks. He believed that the only way to secure Viridian's future was through the complete eradication of the Drox. Unbeknownst to Lucky and Irindra, Firon had planted a powerful explosive device within the Drox's main command center. As the peace talks commenced, with representatives from both sides cautiously optimistic, Firon's plan was set into motion. The explosion tore through the command center, killing several Drox leaders and wounding Kragmer. Chaos erupted as Drox soldiers retaliated, believing the Mirians had betrayed them. In the midst of the carnage, Lucky and Scarlet fought to contain the situation. Irindra, using her healing abilities, tried to save as many lives as she could. But the damage was done. Trust between the two factions shattered in an instant. Kragmer, severely injured but still determined, confronted Lucky. "This was your doing, human. You brought death to our people under the guise of peace. Lucky, his heart heavy with regret, shook his head. This wasn't our plan. We were betrayed by one of our own. But this doesn't have to be the end. We can still stop this madness. Cragmer's eyes blazed with fury, but there was a flicker of doubt. Prove it, human. Show me that your people truly want peace. Determined to salvage the situation, Lucky and Scarlet set out to find Firon and stop his destructive plans. They tracked him to a hidden bunker on the outskirts of the Mirian capital. Firon, surrounded by his loyal followers, was preparing for a final assault on the Drox. Lucky, with Scarlet at his side, confronted Firon. You've doomed us all, Firon. This isn't the way. Firon's eyes were wild with anger. You don't understand, Lucky. The Drox will never stop. They will always be a threat to our people. Lucky's voice was calm but firm. And what about the prophecy? The future we saw? If we continue down this path, we'll destroy everything. We have a chance to change that. For a moment, Firon hesitated. The weight of his actions seemed to dawn on him. But before he could respond, a group of Drox soldiers, led by Cragmer, stormed the bunker. A fierce battle ensued, with Lucky and Scarlet caught in the crossfire. In the chaos, Firon was mortally wounded. As he lay dying, he reached out to Lucky. Maybe, you were right. Maybe there is another way. Lucky grasped Firon's hand. There is. And we'll make sure your sacrifice wasn't in vain. With Firon's death, the fighting ceased. Cragmer, seeing the sincerity in Lucky's eyes, finally relented. Enough. We will give peace a chance. For the sake of both our peoples. The aftermath of the conflict was a time of healing and rebuilding. The Mirians and the Drox worked together to restore Viridian, using their combined knowledge and resources. Slowly but surely, the planet began to recover, its natural beauty returning. The Lone Stars, having fulfilled their mission, were hailed as heroes by both the Mirians and the Drox. They had forged a legacy that would be remembered for generations to come. As they prepared to leave Viridian, Lucky stood on a hill overlooking the landscape. The air was filled with the promise of renewal. He knew this was just one chapter in their endless adventure, but it was one that had changed them forever. The gang mounted their mechanical steeds, ready to ride off into the stars. They had answered the call of destiny, and in doing so, had become legends not just on Earth, but across the cosmos. And so, the echoes of the last frontier faded into the distance, a testament to the enduring spirit of justice and the unbreakable bonds of friendship. The Lone Stars rode into the unknown, ready for whatever challenges awaited them, their hearts filled with hope and determination. Months passed, and the alliance between the Mirians and the Drox grew stronger. They discovered that working together, they could achieve feats neither could accomplish alone. The Mirians' ability to rejuvenate ecosystems combined with the Drox's technological prowess led to innovations that began to heal Viridian at an unprecedented rate. Back on Earth, the legend of the Lone Stars spread far and wide. Tales of their bravery and their journey to save an alien world became the stuff of folklore. People spoke of Lucky McGraw and his gang with reverence, their story inspiring others to stand against tyranny and fight for justice, no matter the odds. Lucky, Scarlet, and the rest of the Lone Stars found themselves longing for new adventures. The call of the unknown was too strong to resist. They knew there were countless other worlds out there, each with its own challenges and mysteries. And so, they continued their journey across the stars, guided by the same principles that had led them to Viridian: courage, honor, and the unyielding belief in doing what was right. Their travels took them to distant planets and uncharted territories. They encountered new alien species, some friendly, others hostile. They solved ancient mysteries, uncovered hidden truths, and faced dangers that tested their limits. Through it all, they remained a tight-knit group, their bond unbreakable. Years later, the Lone Stars returned to Viridian for a reunion. The planet had transformed into a thriving paradise, a symbol of what could be achieved through cooperation and understanding. The Mirians and the Drox had become a single, unified society, their combined efforts having forged a bright future for their world. Irindra greeted them warmly, her eyes reflecting the wisdom of the ages. "You have done more than save our world," she said. "You have shown us the true meaning of unity and strength." Lucky smiled, his heart swelling with pride. "We couldn't have done it without you. It was a team effort." As they stood together, looking out over the lush, vibrant landscape, they knew their journey was far from over. The universe was vast, and there were still many adventures to be had. But for now, they could take a moment to appreciate what they had accomplished. The Lone Stars had become more than just a gang of cowboys. They were heroes, legends, and pioneers of a new era. Their story would be told for generations, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who sought to make the universe a better place. And so, with the sun setting on Viridian, the Lone Stars prepared to ride off once more into the unknown, ready to face whatever the future held. They were the guardians of the last frontier, and their legacy would endure for all time. In the end, it wasn't just about the battles they fought or the enemies they defeated. It was about the friendships they forged, the lives they touched, and the hope they inspired. The echoes of their deeds would resonate across the stars, a testament to the power of courage, unity, and the enduring spirit of adventure. Decades later, long after the Lone Stars had ridden off into the cosmos, their story continued to inspire. On Earth, a new generation of adventurers looked to the stars, driven by the same spirit that had guided Lucky and his gang. In the far reaches of the galaxy, on a small, distant planet, a young girl with dreams of becoming a hero stood before a statue. It was a monument to the Lone Stars, their likenesses etched in stone, forever immortalized as the saviors of Viridian. She reached out and touched the statue, her eyes filled with determination. "One day," she whispered, "I'll be just like you." And so, the legacy of the Lone Stars lived on, a never-ending story of bravery, friendship, and the relentless pursuit of justice. For as long as there were stars in the sky and dreams in the hearts of adventurers, the echoes of the last frontier would never fade.